Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into Google's search algorithm.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Our mission is basically to give you the essential roadmap. How does Google actually rank pages? Cut through some of that complexity.
And it is complex. It's not like a single program. Think of it as this whole ecosystem, algorithms, AI, thousands of updates every year.
Wow, thousands.
Yeah. But the core goal, Google says, is organizing information and making it accessible. The algorithm is how they do that.
Okay, so let's rewind a bit. History helps, right?
Hmm.
Back in '96, Stanford, Larry Page, Sergey Brin, back rub.
That was the precursor, yeah. Became Google. And the big idea then was PageRank, basically counting links as votes.
And Stanford still holds that patent,
They
interestingly.
do, but PageRank today, it's still there, but just one piece. A
Mhm.
small piece, really, among hundreds of signals. AI is really dominant now.
Right, things like Hummingbird, Rank Brain.
Exactly. Hummingbird helped understand meaning. RankBrain used machine learning for weird queries. BERT got better at language nuances. And now we're seeing AI overviews starting to roll out. It's a totally different game.
It's a fundamental question. How does Google even find and organize all this stuff? Starts with crawling.
Yep, crawling. Googlebot, that's their crawler, finds new or updated stuff. Web pages, images, PDFs. It follows links, reads sitemaps you provide, or things you submit directly in Search Console.
And it crawls differently for mobile now.
Mostly, yeah. Mobile-first indexing is the standard. So it fetches the page, then essentially renders it using something based on Chrome to see what a user sees. That's super important for sites heavy on JavaScript.
Is there a limit to how much it crawls?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a crawl budget.
Right.
Google can't crawl everything all the time. Server problems, or if you block it with a file called robots.txt, that can limit it too.
So it crawls, finds the page, then indexing.
Right. Indexing is where it analyzes the crawled content and stores it. In the Google Index, they call it caffeine. It's huge. Hundreds of billions of documents, massive amounts of data. Like a giant library index card system, but digital and way smarter.
What does it analyze?
The text, obviously. But also key HTML things like title tags, headings, image alt text, videos, the page structure itself. It tries to figure out duplicates too and pick a main version, the canonical.
Does everything crawled get indexed?
No, definitely not. If the content's low quality, or maybe you've specifically told Google no index, or there are technical issues, it might not make it in.
Got it. Crawl, index, then serve and rank. When I actually search.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
type in your query, Google searches its massive index, finds relevant pages, and then the crucial part, ordering them on the results page, the SRP. That ordering uses hundreds of signals.
And the importance of those signals changes.
Absolutely. If you search for news, freshness is key. Medical advice. That EEAT stuff, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness, becomes way more important. Local search, location signals are critical.
And you can't pay to rank higher organically, right? Ads are separate.
Totally separate. Organic results are earned, not bought.
Okay, let's break down those ranking signals. Content seems like the big one.
It's foundational, and it's not just about having the right keywords anymore. Google uses AI BERT, neural matching, to understand the semantics, the meaning behind your search. Is the content relevant to that deeper meaning?
And quality matters. That helpful content system.
Huge. It rewards content that's genuinely helpful, written for people, in-depth. Originality is prized. And yes, that EAT framework is how Google tries to gauge overall quality and trust, especially for sensitive your money or your life topics.
Experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. Got it. What about links? Still important.
Still important, yeah, but differently. Backlinks act as endorsements. But it's shifted from just counting them to looking at the quality. Is the link relevant? Does it come from an authoritative site? Where is it on the page? Anchor text gives context, but don't spam it.
Google fights spam links hard, right?
Tough.
Penguin.
Spammering.
Oh, yeah. Penguin was a big update targeting link schemes.
Mm.
Now SpamBrain uses AI to basically neutralize the value of spammy links, often without needing to penalize the site directly.
Okay, content, links, user experience, how the page actually feels to use.
Critical. Page experience covers a few things. Speed is one. How fast does it load? Use tools like Page Speed Insights. Is it mobile friendly? That's table stakes now with mobile first indexing.
Core web vitals too, LCP, INP, CLS.
Exactly. Those measure loading performance, LCP, interactivity, INP, and visual stability, CLS. Google wants pages that feel fast and smooth. Site security, HTTPS, is a factor too, though lighter. And annoying pop-ups can hurt you.
Makes sense. And underpinning all this is the technical stuff. The technical foundation, yeah. Like, how is your site structured? Is it easy for Googlebot and users to navigate? Good internal linking helps. Using robots.txt correctly, having an XML sitemap, making sure pages can actually be crawled and indexed.
And structured data. Schema markup.
That helps Google understand what your content is about more easily. It can enable those rich results you see, like review stars or recipe times. It's not a massive direct ranking factor, but it aids understanding.
It seems like Google's also trying hard to understand me, the searcher. My intent.
Definitely. Search intent is huge. Are you trying to know something informational, go somewhere navigational, do something maybe buy transactional, or just researching options, commercial investigation?
How does it figure that out?
From the words you use, partly, but also patterns. What results do people tend to click on for similar searches? Sometimes the search has mixed intent too. Matching your content to the likely intent is key.
And context matters too, right? Like where I am.
Absolutely. Your location, your past search history, though not sensitive stuff, the device you're on, the exact phrasing. Even the time of day or current events can influence the results Google shows you. Rankings aren't absolute, they're relative to context.
We touched on some updates, but maybe a quick recap of the big ones. Panda.
Panda went after low-quality content farms. Penguin, as we said, link spam. Hummingbird was about understanding conversation and meaning. RankBrain brought machine learning for query interpretation. BERT really improved understanding nuance.
And more recently, helpful content and core updates.
Helpful content update, now part of the core algorithm, really pushes for people-first content. SpamBrain is the AI spam fighter, and core updates are broad refinements to the overall system, happening several times a year.
It feels like AI is just woven into everything now.
It really is. Understanding queries, evaluating content quality and relevance, spotting patterns in data, finding spam. AI is central. Think RankBrain, neural matching, BERT, MUM for complex tasks, SpamBrain.
So it's like a symphony, all these signals playing together.
That's a great analogy. Hundreds of signals. And AI is kind of like the conductor, dynamically adjusting the volume of each signal based on the specific search query, the topic type, everything. Content, links, UX, technical. They all interact. It's holistic. No simple checklist.
Looking ahead then, what's on the horizon? AI overviews are a big talking point.
Yeah. AI overviews, formerly SGE, could really change how people get information from search, potentially impacting clicks to websites. User behavior keeps shifting to more mobile, voice, visual search.
And EAT isn't going away.
Seems more important than ever, building genuine expertise and trust. Privacy is always a factor, and Google still faces criticism about transparency, potential bias, market power.
So what's the final takeaway for someone listening?
It boils down to this. Google's system is complex, AI-driven, and always changing, but its goal is delivering relevant, high-quality results. So your best bet is always focusing on creating genuinely helpful content for people, ensuring a great user experience, and keeping your site technically sound.
That makes sense. Focus on the user.
Pretty much. But here's something to think about. As AI, like these overviews, gets more integrated and maybe answers questions directly on Google, how does our definition of ranking well even change? Is driving clicks to your site always going to be the main goal? Or will visibility within Google's AI answers become a new measure of success?
That's a really interesting question for the future. What does success even look like soon? Okay, thanks for diving deep